Hello, Michelle here again for another episode of Did You Know? Zooming into our backyards. And of course, as you'll see, I am not in the backyard because there are lots of construction sounds continuing, and so it's been tricky trying to navigate when is the best time to film. So I decided we're actually going to be talking about weather and rain today, and so this, my bathroom, my shower curtain, would be a great setting for a backdrop. So these last few days, it's been raining off and on. There's been some downpour, there's been some clear blue skies, there's been a little bit of drizzle, there's been a little bit of all kinds of precipitation, as well as some super cool clouds. A couple weeks ago, I noticed some different sweeping ones, and one of my favorites is actually 3 little cloud puffs in a row, like an ellipse. And I've been really trying to snap any pictures I've seen of some different cloud formations. And I was going to make this video about different kinds of clouds, and then I was inspired because you can find a million different videos and a million different books on clouds, what makes clouds, the different cloud types. I wanted to highlight some of my favorite books that I've had either at school or in my home personal library that feature rain or water of some kind. The first book, this is my go-to book for thinking about the different properties, the different elements of water, and it is called A Drop of Water, A Book of Science and Wonder, written and photographed by Walter Wick. What I love about this book is the photographs, the up-close little details, the slow motion stills of how water works. And there's one on page, I have it marked here, page 26, that gets into how clouds are formed. Water needs a little particle, a little piece of dust or pollen or something to attach to. And that's where the water collects. So in clouds, there are actually little bits of pollen or rain or soot, and they're so small though that you don't taste it or see it when you see a water drop. That's how small they are, a raindrop. And it takes about 1 million cloud droplets to make one raindrop. Anyway, this is one of my favorite books with photographs. And then, of course, thinking about illustration study. I love Mo Willems and how he shows rain in the book, Are You Ready to Play Outside? We have plink, one tiny drop with 1 million cloud drops there. Oh no, it's starting to rain. It's raining. It is pouring. It is really pouring. And I'll jump to this page here. I love how it has the straight lines that show the torrential downpour of rain, and then the detail of what those drops must look like bouncing off of Piggy's head. And I use that. And I never noticed this type over here, how it has a straight line, and then like the traditional raindrop that a lot of people draw. So I was actually inspired by Mo Willems and drew this little picture the other day with some watercolor. and kind of used some of the same illustration style with the bouncing off the umbrella. And then we have Eric Carle, some really cool work with collage and paint. And a lot of times rain and water is depicted as blue. It often looks blue, but it also can look darker with the grays and the brownish colors. So I thought this was a really good example of using different colors to represent the rain. And I can really get the feeling that it might be a little cold in this picture where that's happening. And then I'll jump to this one. One of my newest favorite illustrators is Rafael Lopez. And this is, this book was created about his work as an artist, as a muralist in San Diego. And where's that page? I highlighted here how he used the traditional style raindrops there, but how it definitely has a different vibe with the bright colors versus the Eric Carle darker picture. So while you're looking for new books to read, maybe, I would encourage you to try to look for a new illustrator. I am currently doing a little personal illustration study with Rafael Lopez because I absolutely love his illustrations. There's an umbrella right there. As well as a lot of the messages and the morals and the multicultural aspects of the authors that he chooses to work with as an illustrator. And then the big umbrella. I'm actually going to read this because it's a really cool story. And yes, it's about an umbrella and rain, but a lot of times stories don't have to be about the particular weather, but have a special message that goes with it. So this is The Big Umbrella by Amy June Bates, co-written by Juniper Bates. So this is pretty cool because it was written together with a mom and daughter. And already some super interesting, there's a lot of white there with the dark heavy clouds, and it looks like it's using watercolor. The Big Umbrella. By the front door, there is an umbrella. It is big. It is big. It is a big, friendly umbrella. It likes to help. Oh, wow. It's really coming down. It likes to spread its arms wide. Oh, you can see how the water is dripping off those sharp points that adults are always worried about poking in their eyes. How the water is dripping down there. Oh, and how it's splashing off of those rain boots. It loves to give shelter. It loves to gather people in. It doesn't matter if you are tall, or hairy, or plaid. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Oh, this reminds me of the saying, "It's raining cats and dogs." Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. Wow, I'm gonna zoom in there so you can see all the people and all that rain. But the amazing thing is, there is. There is always room. Oh, and here the clouds are there with the sun in the same watercolor. And let's see. Oh, and there's the back with the little chicks playing in the puddles. So that is the big umbrella, and I hope you enjoyed a little story time. I know it was a little bit different than usual, but I am super fascinated with rain and thinking about how we've been a little more creative around the house and doing a little more art projects, and how nature often inspires poetry and art and photography. And so today I challenge you, I encourage you, I hope that whatever you are exploring out in nature, you are finding ways to bring it home in your heart and in your art. Okay, I miss and love you all, and next time I might be actually in the backyard. We will see. Okay, bye for now.